In the southwest in Ekiti state, the state government is taking steps to prevent the type of disaster witnessed in Osun state. The state governor, Dr. Reshuffle, is supervising the demolition of some structures erected on waterways and will likely flood plains in Ekiti, the state capital.
The Nigerian Meteorological Agency had earlier warned 11 states to take proactive steps against imminent flooding. This warning followed projections of torrential rainfall and prospects of flooding between August and October. Osun State may have been caught napping, but the Ekiti State government is taking precautionary measures after a 30-day window for residents of Olora layout to relocate closed.
When it rains, the water will get to the level, up to waist level of flood. We only reminded the governor because he has been here before too. He has been here and saw in Ajapad. His opinion was a very far-reaching one because we thought the water would be diverted to one side of the something, but he said no, it's a clear-cut thing that the water should go straight.
Governor Reshuffle personally supervises the removal of buildings erected along water channels and floodplains.
What we are doing simply is the first phase, to have a free flow of water. Naturally, most of these houses in this neighborhood are not supposed to be there ab initio. So for now, we are going to have this road properly through to get to the end, so to allow a free flow of water. Then we'll come back and begin to look at those who did not comply. And we'll have to create a proper setback. It's not because of today, it's because of tomorrow. Regulations and laws must be obeyed in the overall interest of everybody. It's beyond the residents. There are other people suffering as a result of certain people doing the wrong thing. So we have to take action, and so we are taking these actions. But let me make it very clear. I've paid compensation. I've done the needful. They've all moved out, and we are now taking the appropriate steps government must take.
Residents are hopeful that there will be an end to the havoc wreaked by flooding.
And also in the southwest, in Ogun State, civil servants say that they're commencing an indefinite industrial action beginning from today. The workers claim that they have not been paid 12 months' allowances deducted from their salaries. But the secretary to the state government, Mr. Taiwo Adeoluwa, describes the action of the workers as illegal and uncalled for, threatening that the state government may invoke a no-work, no-pay policy.
On the streets of Abeokuta, residents embark on their daily activities without any hindrance. But a visit to the government office indicates that all may not be well, as the civil servants in the state are accusing the government of owing them some allowances.
So far, so good on the part of labor, but we have a lot of challenges. Workers complied in full. Workers complied in full with the directive of labor, because as at 7:38 a.m. this morning, every offices were locked and workers stayed out of office. They were all at home.
The police stand by to ensure there is no breakdown of law and order. Inside the secretariat, the officers are on the lock and key. The government is not happy with the state of things and dismisses the claims of the workers.
Whatever it is, we have instructed the head of service and his permanent secretaries to take register, to take note of those who may have absented themselves from work without a lawful excuse, because we intend to invoke the penalty. We intend to invoke the no work, no pay. You see, there is no perfect system anywhere in the world. There is no government anywhere in the world that is able to satisfy the workers' demands. strike cannot be the answer. I challenge them to come out and tell us where we have defaulted.
While this face-off continues, concerned citizens want the civil servants and government to return to the negotiating table to avoid what may turn out to be a long-drawn disagreement.
Meanwhile, the state governor, Mr. Ebukele Amosun, has effected a minor reshuffle in his cabinet. In a press statement signed by the secretary to the state government, Mr. Taiwo Adeoluwa, the exercise involves 4 commissioners and 4 special duty advisors to the governor. Those affected include Mrs. Ronke Shokefun, who before now is the Commissioner for Agriculture and been moved to the Ministry of Urban and Physical Planning. Mr. Adebola Adeife, Commissioner for Urban and Physical Planning, moves to the Ministry of Inter-Governmental Affairs. Also affected is the first erstwhile Commissioner for Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Leke Adewolu, who is now to see the affairs of the Ministry of Special Duties. One of the newly sworn-in commissioners, Mrs. Abiola Kofilo-Konji, is now in charge of the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, while a consultant to the governor, Mrs. Ronke Onadeko, will oversee the Ministry of Agriculture, pending the appointment of a substantive commissioner for that ministry. The new appointments take immediate effect. 6 recalled lawmakers of the Nasarawa State House of Assembly have resumed their legislative duties after fulfilling conditions set out by the resolutions of an ad hoc committee that investigated the matter. This was announced on the floor of the House to other lawmakers in a sitting by the Speaker, Mr. Abdullahi Balarabe. On their part, the recalled lawmakers apologized for the action, saying that it was not intentional.
Events led to our staying away from this house for 6 months. It is not important to recount. I think what is important is that we are here once more to do what brought us here in the first place. And in the course of our legislative duties, from the 9th of June 2015 down to the 4th of April 2016, if we have faltered, if we have stumbled, if we have offended this House, I want to say it very categorically that nothing was advertent, nothing was intentional. As I said, we are fallible human beings. And in the interest of togetherness, in the interest of working for the best interest of Nasarawa State and its people,